Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are looking at the end of 1990 in Sixth Ward, Louisiana. You know, we have such mild weather down there. November is the time that the strawberries come in, so we just collect a bunch of them, make up our strawberry jam and our other strawberry dishes. You can see some of the strawberry jelly already back on the counter back there cooling off from cooking. But anyway, here's my dad with Shannon and Margot, my daughters, and this again is in 1990. So Shannon is 7 years old and Margot is 5 years old. And my niece, Jessica Ward, my sister's daughter, here she is in 1990 dressed up in an Indian costume for some player costume, whatever it was. And then here I am on Christmas morning of 1990 taking out the trash, all the paper and the boxes that we're going to burn in the burn pit, because the girls just actually have more fun with the paper in the boxes than they actually do with their toy. And here's Shannon looking at her dolls on the nice green carpet in the den. One of the other things my dad and I and my mom do at Christmas time was we would get with the church and we would cook up dinners. We would barbecue chicken and have salads and desserts, and you could call and buy a meal and we would deliver it to you. Or you could pick it up there. And here's my sister Patricia, and her nickname was Trish, and she was holding her bird. And this is my parents' Christmas tree that they had on their coffee table over in their house across the yard from us. Again, this is Christmas of 1990, and this is Margie and Henry Roche's Christmas setup in their living room at their house in Sixth Ward, Louisiana. And then you're going to get to see my dad here. He's on the floor examining his radio. We learned a long time ago that when you give a present that requires batteries, make sure that you put batteries with it. All right, and then here's my dad sitting with his bounty of Christmas. And let me go see what the cat at the door is trying to tell me. And here's my dad, Henry Roche Jr., and doing one of the things that he did most of the time. My dad loved playing solitaire, and all the decks of cards we ever had in the house, and we still have in this house, are all Delta Airlines playing cards they used to give you on the aircraft. My dad would wear sets out, and when he passed away, he still had sets he had not opened yet. And then here was my Christmas present that year. I'd been doing so much construction on the house and had borrowed my dad's square so many times. My dad gave me a square. And then from the Tinderbox in New Orleans, Tinderbox 197, I bought a Comoy Christmas pipe, adding to my collection of Comoy Christmas pipes that I had started back in 1976. And here's Margot on the floor in the den at the juncture to what would become the living room area, and she's playing with her dolls. And then here we are with our Santa Claus and our little Christmas setup behind the sofa in our den at the house, again in Sixth Ward, for the Roches in 1990. And then another picture here of my mom's Christmas tree. And now let's get over here with my mom and all of Patricia's kids at the time. You have Daniel, Joshua, and Jessica. And this is Christmas of 1990. And you can see my mom processing strawberries back there. And then my mom with all of her presents on the floor. And this is in their living room at the house in Sixth Ward. And again, my mom holding up right here one of her presents that she'll love. It's a floor mat to go by one of the doors so you can clean your feet before coming into the carpeted house. And then here we go. And then this is Lana Roche of that year, Lana Martin, maiden name, and the sweater that my mom gave her for Christmas, again, of 1990. And then this is one of the hall racks that my dad made her in his woodworking shop. My dad made a lot of things, including a beagle for Lana that year. And then here's Laura Roche in 1990. Laura is the daughter of John and Laura Roche and her sibling Johnny. And here they are laying on Christmas morning in my mom's bedroom watching her TV while we're all in the living room carrying on doing strawberries. All that fun stuff. So, and then here are all the kids. Here's Joshua, Daniel, and Jessica Warden, and Shannon and Margot Roche, and we're all over at Mom and Dad's house going on for night. And here's my brother John Larry Roche, married to Donna Roche. John passed away a few years ago, but here he was. And here he is with his son Johnny in 1990. And everybody's gotten a little older now. And then finally we have here the girls playing with their toys on the floor. And as you can see, we have to take the paper and the trash out in stages because as we open things, as you can see, we still have presents to be opened back there. So a lot of going on. The girls had a great time at Christmas. It's a wonderful time of the year to have a family. It was nice back in the 1990s to have everybody come and visit. So I will let you watch the rest of these videos. We'll wind up with some videos of barbecuing at the church and the door people that my dad made. My dad had a woodworking shop, and he would cut things out and glue them and nail them together and then paint them. And so you can see the swan and the two Amish people and the cows and the little roll-around cart, not to mention the beagle that he made for Lana that year. And then here is Donna Roche, John's wife at the time, and their son Johnny. And again, this was Christmas of 1990. And then, like I said, my dad and I would spend almost all of our day preparing these meals for Christmas Day for people who didn't have family to bring them food, or people who just wanted to get a meal brought in, because back in the 1990s, where we were out in the country, there was nobody open on Christmas Day that you could go shopping with. And then here was our minister at the church, at the Pearl River United Methodist Church, which eventually became a Free Methodist Church. Again, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed all this from Christmas time at the end of the year of 1990 in 6th Ward, Louisiana.